Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Whitney, a nutrition educator out of CC East Shenango County, and today I'm going to be making a creamy macaroni and cheese that has butternut squash in. So let's take a look and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so to begin with this recipe, you want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 375 degrees, and you also want to make sure that you're coating a 9-inch square baking dish with a non-stick cooking spray, and you can just set that aside. Also, I did already cook my pasta and I also cooked my squash ahead of time. So these are also good things to get done ahead of time. So basically what I'm going to be doing is adding in the butternut squash that I did into my bowl here. Okay, and they say about 1.5 pounds. And then I'm going to be doing 16 ounces of cottage cheese. And I'm going to use my immersion blender just to give this a nice smoother consistency. Is I'll add in the milk. So it calls for 1 cup of milk. And that will help to make this process a little bit easier. And also it calls for water. So let me grab some water. And we'll add that in. Great, now we're gonna give this a nice stir. Let's try that again, okay? Perfect. This is a nice recipe. You know, typically people don't have a macaroni and cheese with butternut squash. And so what I did too for my family to be a little bit sneaky is I did an orange sharp cheddar cheese. And so hopefully it really plays off like it's just a regular mac and cheese for dinner tonight. We'll see, right? Okay, great. So now I have this all blended up. I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and also 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you do not have to add this salt if you do not want to, especially because cottage cheese already does have a lot of sodium in it. But I thought I would treat my family tonight for dinner and we'll see what they think. The pepper. And also what I'm going to be doing now too is adding in the cheese. So I have 6 ounces of an orange sharp cheddar cheese. Get it off the grater. Here we go. Perfect. And this is really nice too because when you make the squash and the pasta ahead of time, it really doesn't take too long to make this. So I'm just going to stir this in. I'll stir in the macaroni. And then what we're going to be putting on top is 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And actually I was successful at Aldi's. They have whole wheat breadcrumbs. So it was really, really nice. Typically you don't find breadcrumbs that are whole wheat, but it's a great way to get that whole grain in there to add a little bit of fiber too. There's already a lot of fiber in here with the butternut squash, but that's okay. Okay, so let's just finish stirring this off. I'm going to put this in my baking dish now. Remember, this is that dish that I had the non-stick spray already coated in. And I'm just going to add all of this in, and then we're going to top it with about 1/4 cup of those breadcrumbs. And after this, we are going to be baking it in the oven, probably for about 45 minutes or until it's bubbly. So I'm just going to level this out here. Typically we don't have breadcrumbs on when we do mac and cheese, but the recipe calls for it, so I want to try to stick to the recipe as much as possible. So I'm just going to add them on just like this. It looks so good already. Okay, so here we have it. So again, we're going to bake this for about 45 minutes until bubbly. and then we'll see our end result. I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.